In Sikh Leela time in Govardhan temple, Giridhari Gaudiya Math, one time I request Madhav Maharaj and our Madhapriya Prabhu, I coming inside at some service. Then he gave permission, then I gone inside and I washing this pot of Gurudev balls and plate. That time Gurudev little speaking. Then I sit down in Gurudev's nearby feet. This Gurudev said me, how are you? I am not so well, not so good. Why? You are sick? No Harikatha, no. No. You be cheerful, be happy. It is not problem. And then Gurudev gone in Puri and 1 month staying there. We are every day I am doing service, this floor washing and other work. Then Gurudev sitting in bed, and some little first time Gurudev gone in Puri to Delhi. This last time, that day only gone Gurudev and with Gurudev, Brajnath Prabhu and Madhav Maharaj in flight. Then after other sevaks gone by train. But this day, which day Gurudev reached in Bhubaneswar airport, then with Kirtan we took Gurudev in Puri, Jai Shri Damodara Gaudiya Math, and this day we already served Gurudev whole night. Nobody else, only Madhav Maharaj and Brajnath Prabhu, very tired, and there the Madhav Maharaj sleep and Brajnath Prabhu also sleep with in Gurudev room, and Madhav Maharaj sleep in other rooms nearby Gurudev room. One big bed, Gurudev sleep there and took Mahaprasadam little, Jagannath Mahaprasadam and sleep. Then we, Vanshi Prabhu and me, one side Vanshi Prabhu sitting, one chair, and one side I was sitting. Then Gurudev on 1 o'clock Gurudev woke up and told I need water, and I gave water, and then Gurudev told bring one chadar, one kambal, blanket. Then I gave blanket. Then Gurudev 4 o'clock Gurudev woke up and Gurudev told, I am in Puri. We are said, yes, you are in Puri. No, I don't know how come Puri. Very like baby, like this baby. Then Gurudev, little Gurudev walking in Puri Math, barandas and seeing in ocean, Bangopsagar, Mahodadi, and little Gurudev, very fine health.
One time I decided to go, before I went to the Germany festival, to make some scones for Gurudev. And so I waited in front of the door quite a long time, and at one point Brajanath said, okay, come in. And was this Gurudev in the room. He was, dictating a book to Madhav Maharaj, and he said to me, did you go already to Brajmandala Parigram? And I said yes. He said, oh, you're so fortunate. Krishna is very merciful. And at this time I didn't really know what to do. Like, I knew I wanted somehow to be with Gurudev, somehow have a relation with him, but didn't really know at this time how that works out, how to do that. So I said to Gurudev, I was thinking, oh, maybe I could travel with Gurudev, I spent some time together, And then I said to him, oh, how can I always be with you? Like, maybe. And then he said, oh, you should be like them. And then I kind of had a vision of all the sannyasis, although there was actually nobody behind him. And so that was quite, because I was always thinking that, I was thinking to have relationship with Gurudev is like, didn't really know it's actually coming through surrender and through service. It's not like a material relationship, like, you get to know each other and things like this. But actually what Gurudev meant was like, you have to fully surrender, and this is how you get the relationship with that's how you have a transcendental spiritual relationship for real. Gurudev is very, very tricky, because he's stealing the heart of the people, and then he tells all of us now to really have a real, relationship, we have to do bhajan, we have to surrender, we have to follow the instructions. That's how, in a tricky way, he engages all the people in bhajan.
Okay, this is amazing. Over the course of time, Gurudev gave me, spontaneously instructions here, instructions there, and I've written them all down, so I never forget them. But what's amazing about his instructions, I'll tell you I won't go through all 7 of them, but the first one is the one that's always living within me, is that his instructions are there. I don't even know if they're multiple lifelongs. They could be more than one life, but all of his instructions are relevant and ever fresh for my entire life. In fact, I can never fulfill all of his instructions. They're unlimited. And not only are they unlimited and ever fresh, but as my consciousness hopefully develops as a devotee, I've experienced understanding his instructions better as I've gotten older, so that they're kind of ever informative, which is really beautiful. So I feel, I suppose this is connected to the first Vani thing. It's like when you have the Vani of Gurudev, especially if he's directly giving you those instructions, they never leave you. And they're ever evolving within you. And his first instruction that he gave me, which is still as relevant today as ever, is that business is your bhajan. Business is, what an extraordinary instruction to give from somebody who's utterly renounced, who is, he cares for the evolution of our soul based on where we are at now, not based on the ideal where he wants us, but practically knowing where we are and how he can take us there. So his instructions are very beautiful and always ever right within me, so I'm really grateful for that. And they're all very practical as well. He is the master of knowing how to be on the highest realm and yet know how to live on the mundane. He makes the mundane super mundane, always, through his instructions, if we imbibe them, act on them.
I didn't have so much interactions with Gurudev. It was actually just let's say once a year he would give me some time. Like, it was just his arrangements, really. It was not and it was at that time also. It was a time when people always used to say, "Oh, new people shouldn't go to Gurudev with their questions. They should go to like senior devotees, because Gurudev has heard questions so many times. And so no need for them to go to Gurudev. They can ask anybody else, because otherwise he has to repeat the same thing again and again and again. And then the second thing, please don't come to Gurudev with any practical questions of your life. If you have any questions about Tattva Siddhanta, you can come, but otherwise you can come. And it really upset me mostly, because it's like, well, how are you supposed to get a relationship with Gurudev if you cannot approach him with simple questions? And if you have things about your life, I mean, if you want to follow Bhakti, you have to adjust your life accordingly, and if you want to do that on the guidance, but you can't ask Gurudev about how you're supposed to do it. So that's why I just very rarely approached Gurudev, because we're not supposed to. But then somehow by his arrangement, so like mostly once a year, there was, how do you say, an accumulation of not questions, just a situation that I just really couldn't get out without asking Gurudev, basically. And so, and then the thing though was that Gurudev's answers were never specific, in the sense of like he would give me an answer that was like a guideline, not just like do this or do that, A or B, but he would just say, he would give it like a process or something like. So I think, yeah, the first time that was somewhere in the airport in Germany, I think, Germany or Italy, I cannot remember. We were. It was a time when I was like kind of on the crossroads what to do with my life. It was like mid-20s, late 20s, and been working for a few years and didn't see myself living that life. So, but then what to do with your life? Like, 'cause, for boys it's fairly easy in a sense, because they can just join them out. For girls, that option is not there. So to just give up your job and leave your house and family without, it wasn't so easy, because how are you going to live? How are you going to maintain? I think at that time already there was Sita and Kamala had already started, maybe just started the Ganga Matas in England, I think. And so, but the thing there was that they were the maintaining themselves mostly on book distribution, and my book distribution skills, no. Basically I would go out on the street for like 3-4 hours, and I would distribute maybe 1 or 2 Way of Love, and I would pay half of the price myself, because the person just wasn't willing to give money for it. So basically I would pay for people to take books, and it wasn't making any money, obviously. Anyhow, still, it's like what to do. So my question to Gurudev is like what should I do? Like, what should I do? Where should I go? And where should I live? Kind of like, should I go to Ganga Matas? And then there was in Holland, there was some devotees there. They had offered some place to stay. So there was like I had 1 or 2 options, and I summed them up to Gurudev, and I was waiting to hear. He was going to tell me where to live, what to be, what to do. So then Gurudev just looks at me and goes like, you should live in the place that is most favourable for your bhakti. So I was greatly disappointed with the answer, because that meant I had to decide myself, and I had to think, you know. So but in the long run, that answers helped me so much, because he does give us in his classes all all the indications. Okay, what is a place that is favourable for your bhakti? He gives all. I mean, we know which place is favourable and which place is not favourable. That knowledge is there, and we just have to take a pulse. And I appreciated that answer so much later on, because in every situation now that I am in, I get to remember that answer of Gurudev, and you think, okay, am I still in the place that is most favourable for my bhakti or not? Should I stay here or should I move on? So it's, yeah, that was nice. Gratitude.